Tonight on The Edge, a major development in Monday's abduction of twin infants in Livonia.
Police now have 4 people in custody. Montana and Matthew Bridges, just 14 days old. According to their paternal grandmother, the parents of the twins went on social media looking for resources and help to take care of their newborns. She says people took advantage of the mother who was looking for help.
Befriended her on Facebook like, we will help you, we will do this and that for you, but it's fake. I'm still going through it. I'm still shaking up about it.
The twins were dropped off at a Detroit police station unharmed hours after the Amber Alert was issued. We'll learn more about the 4 suspects and their motive once the prosecutor announces charges. That's coming.
Detroit police making progress in another high-profile case. We're told 3 people are now in custody in connection to the shooting of a Detroit police officer. Just after midnight on August 11th, the DPD officer was shot in the leg as police responded to a shot spotter notification at White Hill and Meringue last week. Investigators released images of the suspects running through a funeral home parking lot. Police credit the community and its officers with tracking down the suspects. Charges are now pending. The officer is recovering.
And another update to tell you about tonight. Michigan State Police have made an arrest in the deadly hit and run of a 14-year-old autistic boy who wandered from his home last week. The child was struck and killed while walking on the I-96 ramp to Groesbeck in Warren. In addition to an arrest, the suspect's vehicle was also located. We're told charges are pending. Also tonight, he appears to be a man on a devious mission.
A Detroit man is arrested after driving his car into an East Side community center, as well as into 2 residential fences. Let's get live to Fox News' Dave Kinchy, who joins us on The Edge with more on how one worker helped detain the suspect. Dave, break this down for us.
Yeah, well, the video really does so much of that talking for us. The video you're about to see, surveillance video, is exclusive. It's only on Fox, and this community center had a lot of people inside when this whole thing happened. Police say a lot of lives were in danger. A terrifying crash into Detroit's East Side Community Network Center, and it's no accident, according to staffers here.
All we want to do is protect people. And people were placed in harm's way on Saturday.
CEO Donna Givens-Davidson tells us residents and workers were inside when police say 42-year-old Benjamin Noah Weinstein drove around to the back parking lot and rammed the main doors that get you inside. She says children also saw the whole traumatic thing go down.
The initial reaction when people saw him was this was race-related, okay? And in a time where our nation feels very divided when somebody does something like that, the fear is you hear all of these things in the media about, violence, and the fear is that somebody is coming here to specifically attack us for this reason.
Things turned physical after the crash.
A staff person ran around on this side, pulled him out. He had a pellet gun. He was fighting to get his pellet gun and a bucket. And the guy got the gun away from him, but there was also a semi-automatic gun in the bucket.
Investigators say the suspect also wrecked a Detroit woman's fence. Her family sent us these photos of the damage. Cops say another man's fence was also a target.
It seems like he was just on this path of destruction to destroy as many things as he could.
Weinstein was taken to the hospital for treatment. He's charged with felonious assault, malicious destruction of property, 1 count of carrying a concealed weapon, and 2 counts of felony firearm. Meanwhile,
we need to rebuild. We need to make sure that as we rebuild, we always keep safety in mind. What we don't want, and that's the reason you were able to drive in through these open gates, is we don't want to turn into a fortress. It's a safe space. It's a welcoming space. It's a place where people feel welcome.
Now, we do know the suspect was given a $10,000 cash surety bond with a GPS tethered. Now, police, we did ask him about whether this was indeed racially motivated in some way, and police said that they're reaching out to their federal partners to see if there were any violations that took place at the federal level because of the unique nature of this case. They would not say any more than that, but they're working on that, so we'll see what the feds say, and we'll stay on top of this. Reporting live at Detroit Police Headquarters, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Yeah, I know that she's saying that this could be racially motivated given that he was white and so many African Americans were inside of that building at the time. But is there any chance, any way that investigators are looking at possibly this man knowing somebody in particular inside that community center or at that home where he hit the fence earlier?
Yeah, all that's under investigation. The CEO did say that this individual had been known allegedly for committing other acts or other perhaps criminal mischief issues in the area, and we have police sources looking at that as well. But again, all of this still under investigation at this time.
Well, the community deserves answers. This was definitely a scary incident for so many people, including those kids. Dave Kinchin for us live tonight. Yep. Thank you.
All right, we're going to talk about our weather now. We've had a really nice stretch, but things look like it's going to change up here in the middle of the week.
Yeah, you know what? That comes to an end tomorrow, all this good stuff. Captain Rich Luderman has more on the storms coming our way. And Rich, these are kind of unpredictable storms, right?
Yes, we are going to see some unsettled weather for Wednesday and Thursday. You can see this next system is up here over central Ontario. Notice, though, a couple of showers getting down as far south as Caseville and Port Austin there in the thumb. But most of us are going to stay dry for the rest of tonight. Certainly some heat is on the way, especially Thursday, when we will likely see numbers in the lower 90s. How about live pictures from Sault Ste. Marie? There's some rain up there at 65. Daytime highs for us today in the middle 70s. Warmer numbers out there closer to southwest Michigan. 74, 59, your official high and low. A good 5 degrees below where we should be for the end of August. Right now, 68 in Pontiac, 65 Ann Arbor. Chilly over in Windsor, 61 degrees. A light breeze from the south and southeast. That's going to help move our temperatures in the right direction. Tomorrow will be in the middle 80s right now. 64 for the tip of the thumb. 66 over in Grand Rapids. Look at Dallas, Texas. Right now, it's 95 degrees. That is not coming our way. But a batch of hot air comes for Thursday. But in the meantime, scattered showers and storms Wednesday and Thursday for all of southeast Michigan. I think the big threat will be some brief heavy downpours. Certainly a chance for severe weather, but not likely. For the rest of tonight, it's quiet, down to 63, back to 84 tomorrow. More humidity in the afternoon. And then right there is the 7-day, 91 on Thursday. A dry, beautiful forecast heading into the weekend. We'll check it at 4 a.m.
I'm not happy with any of it, but again, I'm innocent, and I look forward to putting this behind me.
And that was Rick Sollers back in December of 2019 when he was mayor of Taylor and facing federal corruption charges of bribery and fraud. He said he was innocent, but today Sollers, who is no longer mayor, agreed to plead guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit bribery concerning programs that receive federal funds and 1 count of wire fraud under the plea agreement. Both sides agreed that a 71-month sentence is a fitting punishment. If the court imposes a sentence over 71 months, Sollers can withdraw his plea. A date for sentencing is still being worked out.
One update tonight on a racist exchange that was caught on camera at a Monroe County orchard.
A Muslim customer has now filed a lawsuit against the owner of Erie Orchards and Cider Mill. He tells Fox 2's Dave Spencer he is looking for more than an apology.
This interaction.
Every Muslim that comes in here steals from me.
Every Muslim that comes in here steals from you.
That's right.
Is the main piece of evidence for some serious allegations, which has prompted a lawsuit to be filed on behalf of Joe Mahmoud and his family.
Alzinga was holding them on the premises for $58, threatening police, but the police were never on the way.
Earlier this month, Mahmoud brought his family to the Erie Orchards to pick peaches. As they were leaving, they were confronted by the orchard's owner, Steve Alzinga. I spoke with both parties on August 15th.
He goes to the back door and opens the door where my daughter is, goes through her bag. And I'm like, what are you doing?
That's when Mahmoud starts recording.
That's why you're acting like this.
And that's why you're going to pay.
I blew it. Obviously, a lot of my customers are Muslims, and they're not all thieves. But there's a contingent that comes here and for some reason feels like you can pick free. He was one of them.
A public apology was posted on the Orchard website to the Mahmoud family and the community. But the attorneys for the Mahmoud say the damage has been done. He claims 2 of his clients' 3 daughters are seeking therapy to process what happened.
And understand that not everybody sees them as criminals.
But the attorney says there was a crime committed here.
It's a 15-year felony for falsely imprisoning somebody, and that's exactly what this man did.
The attorney has since handed over the lawsuit that was just filed over to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office in hopes that there's enough evidence there to start a criminal investigation. In the meantime, he will pursue the civil case and feels others may have had a similar experience at the Erie Orchards.
Please come forward, if not only to help your own case, but to help this family who was traumatized.
Dave Spencer on The Edge.
Operators of an Ann Arbor hotel could be facing criminal charges for the death of a maintenance worker. Back in December, Charles Swear was found dead in the boiler room of the Victory Inn on Washtenaw. Now, he died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Today, the Michigan Occupational Safety and Health Administration, also known as MIOSHA, fined the hotel the maximum penalty allowed under law. The operators of the Victory Inn will have to pay more than $155,000 for 6 serious violations. Next, the Michigan Attorney General's office will decide if criminal charges are warranted. Well, after a contentious months-long battle, graduate workers at the University of Michigan reach an agreement with the school.
Yes, the grad students are expected to vote to support a 3-year tentative agreement. And this comes just days before the start of the fall semester. Here are the terms of the tentative deal. It includes a salary increase of 8% this year and 6% increases the following 2 years for employees on the Ann Arbor campus. Members still have to ratify the agreement. That process will run through Thursday. The graduate instructors have been on strike since March.
We fight, we win! We fight, we win!
Local SAG-AFTRA members coming together in support of the Writers Guild of America in their strike against Hollywood studios. That was actor and Michigan Senate candidate Hill Harper rallying the workers in Detroit today for the upcoming National Day of Solidarity. The Writers Guild members want better pay and residuals, streaming revenue, and protections against artificial intelligence.